Good evening, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to stream. Hello, Cahill. I hope the bunny house is working out well. And for anybody who doesn't have context on that, I'm not going to give it to you. Just live without context. You know. Hi, Smage. Oh, Cahill's never coming back, Smage, sorry. It's very sad, but Cahill will never be on stream ever again, either mine or his own. So, you know. But yeah, Cahill, how is Bunny House? And hi, Smage, how are you? We're going to be returning to the DLC campaign for Xenoblade 2 in just a moment. I know, okay. Cahill, without context, no one would be able to do anything with that. I'm not doxing you. Oh my lord. Don't make this sound worse than it is. Yeah. Hi, Josh. Yeah, Twitch will do that. No, Shadow Mage. Like, no one realized this at the time, but the mining scene in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs was actually unintentionally just, like, production film that was cut into the movie. That's literally how they get movies. They mine the frames out of the earth. It's part of the reason animation now isn't as good as it used to be. There was a point in like the late 90s, early 2000s where we hit a really strong seam of brilliant frames. Before that, we were still getting down to the lower levels, and now we've mined out all of the good frames, so there are only a few places in the world that still produce top-notch animation. Yeah, Shadow Mage, that was the old days when they were unionized. This is getting weird, I mean, even by my standards, so I'm gonna play a game at some point. I am sick, I haven't slept well, I tried to sleep this afternoon and failed, so this might be a short stream. We'll see. It is, Josh. I don't know. My brain is away today. Anyway, last time we finished up a lot of the early game stuff that we could do in Gormat. My capture card isn't working. Oh no. How have I not noticed this? Excuse me? What do you mean? Oh. I know, Stitch, I will add them. Okay, so capture card isn't working. Let's see if we can change that. So, for anybody who is curious, OBS is a much better piece of software for capturing from an Elgato HD60S than the Elgato software. It's more reliable, it's easier to fix when something goes wrong, it's like 1,000 times better. I don't know why Elgato can't provide a piece of software as good as, you know, OBS. Whatever. Damn it, Cahill, now I want someone to animate a Dark Souls bit of someone playing Solitaire of Astora. Like, there's no joke there. There's no joke except the bit, but I want someone to do it. Anyway, we finished up most of the early game stuff in Gormat. And we arrived in the military garrison at Aletta. now we're going to explore more of this. Our current objective is to speak to Brogine. There are several ways. I'm gonna go with Brogine. Because they are running low on resources. Remember, there he is. We don't have to do that immediately, by the way. There's a fair amount we can explore before we can go talk to Broken. Including more green barrels.
The suspense is killing me. The suspense is killing me.
Adam's devotee, now. Or Newell, I don't know. Hi everyone and welcome to the militia camp. Here people from all different countries and social standings live together under one roof. Figuratively, we live in tents. It was all Lord Adam's idea. At first we were separated based on homeland, but that didn't work out very well. Yes, that's called racial segregation. There were some rough patches when we adopted Lord Adam's plan, but he helped us resolve our differences. Now we care more about who snores at night than who's from where. Yeah, segregate the snorers. I'm sure Lord Adam knew we'd get along like this. I really admire him for being so forward-thinking. Hell yeah.
The suspense is killing me. The suspense is killing me.
Big dreamer. Question for you drivers. Do you understand your skills? Each driver have different focus, right? So skills to remember are different for each person. Good thing is, once skill is learned, it never gets forgotten. No need for Dizzy Dolala to worry about forgetting. It's rough, Josh, but there's nothing I can do. Ugh. After coming up with this new special and me being a pro adventurer and all. Oh, just the band of adventurers I was hoping to meet. Do you fancy performing the Rose in Bloom with me now? Say what? You don't know the Rose in Bloom? Where have you been living? It's a combo made of specials. If you chain specials together, these things called element orbs will appear. They're good to use if you know how. But even I'd get tired of doing special moves one after the other, so I've been looking for someone to help me out. You'd be a good fit, but you might end up cramping my style. Sorry, but maybe doing the Rose in Bloom with you can wait till another time. So Cahill, this takes place 500 years before the story of Xenoblade 2. And essentially there's Jin, you know, one of the main villains of Xenoblade 2, but now a good guy. And we are looking for Malos to stop him being evil. You know, like he do.
You're coming with me, treasure. You're coming with me, treasure.
Guys, I think this treasure is gonna go with Laura. Okay, this makes me angry. This collection point, it must be bugged. It is labeled as impressive tree. There isn't a tree anywhere around here. It's bugged me for ages.
Aren't we interested?
I'm something of an expert.
Hello, Aerith. When we set out on a campaign like this, there's no telling when we'll be able to return to the motherland. So soldiers usually aren't thrilled to be assigned to such missions. But McNeff from my squad, he's a different story. He's unusually pure of heart for a soldier, very eager to make himself useful to the Emperor. Though he hasn't demonstrated any exceptional skill, I see promise in him. He's one to keep an eye on, I'd say. McNeff is actually a name that comes up in a later quest. That's not the only uppies we can go to. That is Adam's mansion. Yeah, dude has a whole ass mansion, and we never get to look inside it. Which is just not fair. Excuse me, did you think you could hide from me? You can't, you know.
The suspense is killing me.
Hi, Trump. We can chat to Vronka quickly, which is a great name. We call ourselves the Resistance Army, but we're actually just starting out. Not so much an army as a club, really. We may be small, but we've got all sorts. Orions, Tornans, Gormati, Ardanians. Couple of interesting ones that stand out there as not being present. The big one being Litherians. The Litherian archipelago was settled by people from Torna after the events of this game. So there aren't really any Litherians in existence yet, which is interesting. There's plenty of us folks in Araya who'd readily put us to use as some kind of mercenary strike force. But who's to say that won't strain tensions with Torna and Morardain? We've worked hard to get this far. As Lieutenant, I'm not about to let my troops be used to fight their homelands. We've only got one goal: defeat Malos. On account of, Malos is, like, genuinely evil.
Aren't we entrenched?
Something of an expert.
I like it when Hayes is something of an expert. Adam's retainer, Vez. Sorry, I'm gonna have a bit of a cough. Hello, Mage, how dare you be a nerd as well? But also delightful, wonderful, and enjoyable. Ah, Lord Adam. Hello, Vez. All's well, I trust? I have a minor point to report. Here it comes. I have dropped the vault key. Hey, pick it up. What? Oh boy, that is a predicament. Just a predicament? It's a vault. Surely it's got things that one might want to access sometime. Yes, ma'am. It's a storage location for all the Origo family owns, from ancient treasures through to tableware, ma'am. Who puts their tableware in a vault? Wait, everything they own is in there? Master Adam, this sounds bad. We have to find it. The key, I mean, straight away. How kind of you. Are you really that worried about my possessions? I've been poor before, so I know what it feels like to have nothing, and it feels bad. And considering the vault contains priceless artifacts, it would be terrible if some villain were to find the key first. Ah, about that. No worries on that count, ma'am. I dropped it in a Grafton Ferris den somewhere out on Rackham Moor. Don't worry, the monsters will keep it safe. So no need to worry about anyone picking it up. I may be incompetent, but I'm not that incompetent. Sir, I need you to understand that's worse. That's worse. Dropping it around monsters is worse. No, I think the dropping part proves the incompetence. The rest is just icing. Why were you even there? You can pick medicinal herbs there. They help my gran, so I got all caught up in picking them, and... Why did you take the key with you? And out came the Ferris? Exactly, ma'am. What is the point of you reading? I mean, it's an important thing, the key, so I always carry it with me wherever I go, ma'am. Stop torturing the help, Mithra. We'll get the key, Vez, don't worry. Thank you for your honesty. I'm relieved you weren't hurt. Lord Adam, you're too kind. You heard him, Adam. You're too kind for your own good. There is
I said
something...
I'd do it, so consider it done.
There's something I want to point out that I just noticed in this cutscene, which I've never noticed before. If you look up there... Not there. There's a structure on the cliff face. To the best of my knowledge, that's not a thing. Like, that's not accessible. Someone who's played this, correct me if I'm wrong, you never go there. I don't think you ever go there. I don't think a cutscene takes place there. That's interesting. Because, like, you could kind of say the same thing about those grassy areas, which look like you could stand on. But there's a difference between look like you can stand on and is actually modeled. Hail, Mithra and Pyra do remember. Other blades who were present, like Bridget, don't remember because of blade stuff. So when blades are reborn, I've dropped the volume a little. When blades return to their cores and are reborn, they lose all their memories. However, Pyra and Mithra, probably because they're in Aegis, never return to their core. It was a whole weird thing. So no, they have clear memories of it. That's actually why why Pyra exists. We'll get to that. But yeah, that's actual modeled geometry. That just isn't. That's really cool, actually.
This is becoming addictive.
Okay, I've been down there. Have I? No. Or at least not sufficiently down there.
You're coming with me, treasure.
I said it in the last episode, you don't need to get every green barrel. If I remember correctly, there are 120, and to complete the quest, you need to get 100.
Killing me.
But 100 is still a big number, so get them all if you can. These are not climbable vines, which always bothers me. Like, they just look so Zelda climbable. Ooh, more barrel.
Shall we keep moving?
The suspense is killing me. The suspense is killing me.
Hello, Augustus. Hey, you lot. Have you ever found a secret area? Not something you can just stumble across, but if you put in the work, they're usually something special. Sometimes there'll be incredible views, other times they might be ancient ruins or historical monuments. Depends. Secret areas are pretty great. I've never seen one myself. Always wanted to. Imagine it. Bet you could dine out on a story like that for a lifetime. Just think how many drinks people would buy you to hear it. Oh, glad to know your motivation.
You're coming with me,
There's
treasure.
a clear structure to this lock.
Slow
Ooh.
and
Sir. Sir, are you eating an apple while other people don't have food to eat? Shifty quartermaster. Yeah, I'll say. Brogan, is that you? Oh. Lord Adam. Please, a moment. Hey, he's turning blue. Throat jammed. Here, drink some water. Just punch him. He'll be fine. Phew. I'm gonna hydrate too. Looks like your color's returned. I'm afraid I have no idea who you are, but I owe you my life. I think you're exaggerating a little there. Not at all. I'd give you something by way of thanks, but I'm afraid it's a difficult time for me right now. Brogan, have you been snitching food on the sly again? Lord Adam, no. Perish the very thought. So what were you doing here then? Because whatever it was, it sounded awfully like someone guzzling to me. Prince, I was disposing of spoiled food, Your Highness. You mean you were scarfing down rotten food? That can't be good for your health. Thank you kindly for your concern, but I'm fortunate to have a naturally robust gut. I couldn't risk giving this inferior stuff to the resistance fighters. That sorta makes sense? You could say I was maximizing efficiency by combining food quality management with disposal. That's concerning. If I can quieten the rumblings of my stomach at the same time, well, that's a tertiary bonus. Yes, Brogan, I get it. Stop at nothing to make things more efficient. As we've just seen, you'll even risk your own life for it. Could you give me a report on the state of our food supplies? Of course, we have none. I ate it all after I let it rot. Well, since your highness's recent return, we've been catering for a few more soldiers. We've organized food gathering squads and dispatched them here and there, but sadly, manpower does not suffice. Suppose I bear some responsibility. Yeah, we should help out with the catering too. Indeed, we must do what we can to improve the situation until His Majesty returns. Thank you all, you're too kind. Here's the list of our most needed foodstuffs. 2 grimdark crabs, 4 portions of ferrous beast meat, 2 large lacto nuts, lactese nuts, 6 measures of weeping flour. That seems easily doable. We should probably get 1 more of each than he asked for. He is pilfer prone. Then why is he in charge? Guess we have everything we need to start searching. Why would you leave someone who you know steals in charge of the food? Just... You're a prince. There are other people. I don't think anybody here has a quest for us, but we can get some parts from the old machine. Hey, and do some camping. Hey, quartermasters are pretty high positions. Or you're saying it's the least valuable thing he could steal, because that kind of makes sense, concerningly.
Now, let me see.
Oh, I can make these.
This came out very well. Now, let me see.
What do I need for this? Confusion Ivy. You can get all over the place. Hey, Adam. How come we're low on food? Like, aren't you the boss around here? Couldn't you just tax him a little? I'd hate to see you in power. Life is hard here, Mithra. Aless is in the hinterlands of Torna. Population is small compared to the capital. With the resistance forces coming in such large numbers, resources are strained. There's no preparing for it. I can't really force them to provide for us. And anyhow, taking care of ourselves is the right thing to do. Makes sense, I guess, a little. We'll all need to start doing our bit from now on to try to ease the food supply problem. That's right, it's the only way we'll be able to manage. Hey, Master Adam, if there's anything you need me and Mick to do, then just holler and we'll do it. I mean, it's not right for us to just freeload. We want to earn our keep. Milton's such a good lad. Haha, thanks everyone. I think we're gonna be just fine. I can level up quite a bit if I want. I don't need to at this point. But it's good to know. I very much like the bonus experience system. And that does come back in Xenoblade 3, so I'm pleased about that.
This is becoming addictive.
So, there's quite a bit we need to get.
These guys should be no problem.
But I also just want to fight with this fight.
On your laurels just
Yeah,
yet.
thanks to your reward. It was always fun. Oh. That's the one.
Looks like you're getting the hang of me.
So I am going to try to fill out everybody's affinity charts this time, which I didn't make any effort to do that in the base game because there are just so many blades. Here, number of blades is much more limited, though it feels much more doable. It is another thing I like about this. I like Xenoblade, all of them. I like Xenoblade too, even though in many ways it's the weakest. But, and this is a weird thing to say, I think that game's got too much content. Full combo.
Ready to unleash.
Heck, I wanted to get to a level 3
I wish
special.
the battle could have been avoided.
The rest of you hardly even broke a sweat. Ugh.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, Josh, the gacha system is a big part of it. Because it takes, you're frequently like,
This is
100 hours into the game before you've got even most of the blades. There's a blade with a 1 in 1,000 chance, which I never got, even though I tried. But yeah, it's just there's a lot. I like the game. There's a lot to like about it. But in some ways, I think the DLC is better because there are no gacha blades, and there's less, which you wouldn't think is the compliment that it is.
Get back! Can't just leave it there.
A fun fact. From a lot of animals, you get meat as one of the things that's strong. I don't think these guys give meat. Which is very weird, because a lot of people eat horse. You also get, like, wolf meat and things. Like, they're not called wolves, but they're wolves. And I just find it weird that that would be where they apparently draw the line. Ow! Wow! Don't do that.
Aren't we
I'm
intrepid?
something of an expert.
Also, almost none of what I'm doing at the moment is actually working towards
Nature
the
makes a
objective.
fine ally.
Yes, I remember you. The level 38 unique monster. I ain't gonna fuck with that.
Aren't we intrepid?
Nature makes a fine ally.
There is an ether thingy there. Can't remember what they're called. Thingy will do.
This is becoming addictive. All right, follow my lead.
You've got this.
This guy, interestingly, later in the game, there's a guy who looks just like him, but is bigger and meaner in every way. Interesting, this guy completely resisted the break and top.
Open wide.
And that should be a level 3 special. Yep. Not a name special, but nonetheless.
Time for one last
I
push.
shall defend my emperor against all
We
assailants.
haven't yet learned about chain attacks, unfortunately. Chain attacks in this game are not fundamentally different from the base game, but because of the way the element orbs accumulate, they end up being a little bit easier to get nice attacks.
Pull this off.
Keep up the pressure.
I didn't plan on losing today. I can't quite believe we're doing. I feel it. Lucky break. Think you can keep up, Laura?
Take this.
Photon edge.
Unrelated to this game, but anybody in chat played Xeno 3? I mean, I'm sure.
Rest in peace.
Ooh, get a nuclear blaster.
Flame combo. Third stage. Nuclear blast. Break.
Thanks for the rescue, Hayes. You're nice.
Oh, a thanks from Mithra? There's something you don't hear every day.
Wow. I take that back.
This is becoming addictive.
Hayes is the master of low-key shade.
God, I love some of the character interactions here. Josh, you really must try to play it, because it remains wonderful. I haven't finished it. I'm
I'll be
like
of equal-
maybe halfway through.
I'll
And
make
as we
good
know
use
from
of this.
Xenoblade games, when you think you're halfway through, you're like a quarter of the way. Because there's a lot. But there is... I can't say it without potential spoilers, so I'm just not going to talk about it. But there was a thing, and that dog howling made me think of the thing.
Suspense is killing me.
Turquoise chip. Turquoise chip new? I mean, it might be new, but it's also worse. Ooh, steel chip is nice, but I like that accuracy boost. I will say Fire Emblem Engage keeps looking better. I wasn't expecting much from it. When I first saw it, I was very disappointed because I'm still not super into the way it looks graphically. That boost's not... Yeah, Bridget can have that. I'm still not super into the way it looked. There's something a little bit mobile game for me about it. But it is, like, I'm sure it's going to be a good game.
Aren't we intrepid?
Nice, Stitch. Yeah, that's what I'm a little bit concerned about, Josh. I have seen some stuff which suggests that the relationship stuff is a little bit lower quality than it was before. Now that may be completely incorrect. Okay, so I've got the Ferris Beast meat, I've got the lactonut. I just need crabs. You are not, Stitch. You're somehow better every day.
This is becoming addictive. This is becoming addictive.
What is that strange pinkish looking thing? We must go and investigate.
This is
I know
becoming
what it is.
addictive.
Yeah. I mean, I still have my hopes up, Josh. So we'll see.
We made it. Good stuff.
And we arrive at the Cavern of the Seal. Here's the ancient seal of a letter. All of those slate pieces we've been picking up, we need to put them in here. And with the pieces we got, we can break the first seal. But there are more.
The suspense is killing me.
Each one gives you a good chunk of cash and a few useful items, as well as a
This is
rare
becoming addictive.
collection. Can't get any further. How disappointing. Think Bridget got something? Yeah.
I love to work out.
Bridget loves to work out. Good to know. That ancient seal thing, by the way, completely optional.
Aren't we intrepid?
It's not even super useful, to be honest. But the things it unlocks are cool.
This is becoming
I'm
addictive.
So I am going to do all of those. As I said, I'm going to get close to a 100% playthrough. Probably frustratingly close for some people. Because I know for some people, myself
we
included, especially when I was younger, getting to like 95% was worse than getting to like 70%.
This is
If I got to
becoming
70%,
addictive.
then I just wasn't even trying for 100%. But to get close and not do it, that can be frustrating.
Aren't we intrepid? Uh-oh. I think we've been spotted.
Yeah, I think we have. Oh, so that's how bards fall. Ooh, this dude's got some, like, druid bard stuff going on, which is interesting. He attacks with music, but he also gets other animals to attack. It's true, Stitch, we are.
I'll give you a hand. Ready to unleash an elemental attack.
Rest in peace.
Our flames are especially
I'm all set.
the wind
your special. That is still something that only Laura and Jin are capable of. Possibly Laura and Hayes, but the other teams certainly are not capable of a level 4 special. Yes.
I wish the battle could have been avoided.
A little conversation can be nice, but it breeds complacency.
Stitch, I am going to pile drive you into Jupiter.
This is becoming addictive.
Nature makes a fine ally.
Okay, I need one more crab. And then I'm done with this. It's worth noting the thing that the key that the dude dropped. I walked past the cave earlier. There's just not much I can do with it yet.
This is becoming addictive. Looks like they might pack a punch.
Oh no.
This is less than cinema.
Turn
Bye.
that round upside down.
Shadow Mage apparently wants to join Stitch.
I think we've been
Oh,
spotted.
My apologies, Your Majesty.
dang it.
Haven't I?
The fish electrocuted me.
We can take them on a bit later.
Wednesdays,
We'll
am
avenge
I right?
ourselves next time.
This is becoming addictive. This is becoming addictive.
Nature makes a fine ally.
Who's my least favorite character? Honestly, it's hard. I feel like it's Rex. Rex is the weakest character.
This is becoming addictive.
But the thing is, Rex is like a solid 6.5 out of 10. He just doesn't measure up to the 10 that everybody else is. Oh, in the DLC? That's actually really hard. I don't dislike a single character in the DLC. Oh, Adam's a sweetheart. Or are you talking about Hugo? Because Hugo's also a sweetheart. Everyone's not. The thing with Hugo, Smage, a lot of Hugo's personality comes out in like post-battle talks, which is it's not the best way to do it, but he actually has a lot of depth to his character. Welcome back. You managed to get all the food you wanted. Take a look. I'll take the liberty of confirming by eating it all. 3 grimdark crabs, 5 portions of Ferris beast meat, 3 lack these nuts, and 7 measures of weeping flour. Oh, there appears to be even more here than I originally requested. Think of it as a little token of our appreciation, Brogan. Also, if you make yourself ill eating rotten food, it's going to affect the troops' morale. So be sure to eat your fill of this stuff and keep up the good work. Your Highness, I'm scarcely worthy of such an honor. With this, my devotion is sealed forever. Dude, we just made sure that you could eat. Hey, come on, don't go overboard. Master Adam, would you mind if me and Mick took care of the cooking today? 2 of you? Yep. The caterers are looking pretty overworked since all the other people showed up. We should help out. That's very thoughtful of you. Then I'd be honored to ask for your assistance. Okay, let's get to it, Mick. No, Stitch, there is a character I dislike from the DLC. His name is Aegean. Nikki, thank you for the dukes. One day. It's good, but it's only a temporary measure. Need to come up with a permanent solution. Like eating the rich. Wait, I'm the rich, damn it.
I'm just happy we made someone happy.
Nikki cute, we'll snuggle back.
Mick, mind cutting the veggies?
Thank you, Nikki.
Hey, you're pretty good at that.
Not really. Anyone could do it.
Looks good to me anyway. Then I think I'll get to the meat. Oi! Mithra!
Huh?
What are you doing?
I'm preparing the meat, of course. Are your eyes not working or something?
I'll cut it out. Back away and don't touch anything.
Yeah, she's a famously bad.
But why?
Seems like fun. Why don't I help, too?
Don't encourage her.
Oh yeah,
You wouldn't
Milton
look
is
that way
adorable.
if you knew the atrocities of Mithra's cooking.
Atrocities.
It does more damage to you than any artifice ever could.
Look at the bowl of cabbage in the background.
Hey, watch it!
Thank you,
Don't
Trump.
go around saying mean things like that.
Mithra.
Yeah?
Can I borrow you?
Oh boy!
What is
I'm
it?
so hungry,
I'm
I
about to
could
help
eat an
with dinner.
octorok.
Thank you,
Laura,
Stitch.
you too? Would you mind sparring with me, please?
I don't mind, but
Why don't I help with the cooking?
oh, well, all right then.
That cabbage just does not stop.
Thank goodness.
Surely it can't be that bad.
You could always try it out.
Nope.
Ah, perhaps not.
So, the Ascended form is something that Mithra can only access. It's something that Mithra can only access when she basically has let go of everything that holds her back, and also has the deepest possible connection with her driver, which she doesn't have at this point. Neither of those things. In fact, at this point, Mithra is not even aware that she has an ascended form. Mithra believes she is at her most powerful, and frankly is the most powerful. Heck, Nobu cute. You do, Stitch. We're very close. I'll wager nothing tastes as good as a good meal after some solid training. No. At this point, Mithra is Mithra. Pyre does not exist. Your taint also, I hope, hasn't split itself for any reason. That sounds about right. I ate so much I feel like I'm gonna burst. Pardon me, Master Adam, sir. While I was giving out rations, I heard the soldiers talking. They were saying that Let Bridge still hasn't been repaired. What, still? We sent workers there a while back. What's held them up? From what I hear, Gogols have been giving them no end of grief. I miss Sage too. I know they've got some time issues, but hopefully one day they'll be back. Oh, we preempted that too. Didn't we send enough guards? Must have underestimated the problem. Those Gogols sound pretty tough. They're really not. I could see them being a handful in packs though, for your average soldier anyway. Those things are what destroyed the bridge in the first place. If we don't get that bridge repaired, it's going to seriously delay our going to and from the capital. How are Hugo and Aegean? I believe it may still be a while before they're in. Great, then let's go and wrap this whole bridge affair up before Hugo gets back. We'll set out early tomorrow morning. Okay, we'll help you with that. Actually, I might have to pass. Oh, what's wrong? Not feeling well? No, it's not that. It's just, I promised that I'd make a special dish tomorrow. Forget about that. I'll get all the ingredients and what have you, so you can focus on helping Master Adam. He needs you. There will be time enough to cook later, after we get rid of the Gogols. We can celebrate our victory. You really could do with the help, Jin. Alright then. Or you could just leave all that to me. I'll cook up a feast for the ages. That is a generic enough description that it is technically accurate. No, you flippin' well won't. Milton, it's fine. You can swear at her. She deserves it. Okay then. Shall we go clear out the monsters on Let Bridge like we discussed earlier? Where exactly is the bridge? A little ways down Rackham Moor. It's not too far. Let's just go and scout it out a bit. You know, I didn't say anything earlier, but I should have. This little area is, just aesthetically, one of my favorite spots in the game. It's got these lovely grassy sections. It's got these more pools than anything else on the side. It's got what looks suspiciously almost like ribs. And since the Titans are alive, like,
Aren't we intrepid?
those could legit be exposed ribs. But I just think it's very pretty. But then again, this whole game is dang pretty, so why am I surprised? I'm not. I thought I saw something glowing up. I did.
Looks like they might pack a punch.
Oh, bye. I mean, Buttspot, like, you do you. Monkey. Ooh, level 24. I might have to do a little bit of leveling up.
You shall not prevail.
Okie dokie. Okie's very cute.
Lucky break. Zero blade.
So Adam, think you understand how to fight alongside me now?
Nope, no clue. I have
This
a
is
long way to
becoming
go
addictive.
before I can measure up to her ladyship.
Okay. Oki's very good. One day, I'll be a tenth as good at Fortnite as Oki is. Oh yeah, hi Mungo. I can do Mungo's quest now. I like it because his name is Mungo. Ah, I'm glad to see you all. I am but a humble retainer of Prince Adamant, and charged with providing medical care to the great army that resides in our beautiful province of Aletta. As you can imagine, I don't have enough staff for the job, nor indeed do I have enough stuff either. In particular, I'm running dangerously low on penicillin. It's a substance which can be gathered at the Tirkin Cliff Colony. I tried to just send strong-looking militia soldiers to fetch it. Alas, those Orions are so reckless and there's no talking to them. You are aware of how their fighting style involves self-inflicted cuts? Okay. That's interesting. Because that isn't actually something we ever see, but it does suggest that what Vandam did to power up Rock may be kind of related to this. Well, because of that in the end, I wound up using more penicillin than those fools could bring back. It was a complete disaster, let me tell you. Yeah, penicillin. And so, to make a long story short, I'd be most grateful if you could find the time to help me out of this bind. The Malcontent Doctor.
I hope we'll be able to help.
I'm not going to send it as the active quest because I know where it is. I think there are a few more quests around here. Maybe you're wrong. Been wrong before. I'm wrong. I know there are quests here later. I am going to use some of my leftover, well, my bonus experience. Actually, let's just chat first. But I'm just going to level up to make our job a little bit easier. We don't know Malice's location right now, and we have a little time until Hugo gets back. We'll have to take care of those Gogols so that the repairs for Lethbridge can continue. You're right, we should make that our immediate objective. We should, but we won't. So those Gogols, are they tough? One of the fiercest species in this area, for sure. I bet if I got serious with them, they'd fold in no time. Hey, be serious. If you really went at it, you'd probably destroy what's left of the bridge. Hey, that's not true. Well, okay, maybe it is true. You would blast it right off into the horizon, Smash Brothers style. That bridge is a vital link to the capital. Can't really get in or out without it. So we've really got to get rid of those Gogols. But I'll have to ask you to go a little easy on them, Mithra. Yeah, whatever.
I can still improve. I have to.
The future is within our grasp.
By leveling up to this extent, I might be making the game a little bit easy.
I shall defend my emperor.
But I
against
also
all
don't mind too
assailants.
much. I've always liked being over-leveled. I don't want to be too over-leveled, and on a first playthrough, I ideally don't want to be over-leveled. In Xeno 3, I still haven't used any bonus experience to level up, because I like the game being a challenge. But this is not a first playthrough. This is my third, I think, playthrough of the DLC.
This is becoming addictive.
Nature makes a fine ally.
Sorry, I'm afraid we can't go easy on you.
We meant them
Can.
wrong.
You choose not to.
Until now.
Because you're mean. Just a mean.
Read my mind. Let's heal up.
Break and topple. Ow! Yeah, we do not have a super great team at the moment, just in terms of in terms of balance. We don't really have a strong tank. Bridget's good, but without being able to swap, she's got very few healing options.
The ether bends as I will it.
Light has some unexpected uses, too.
This is becoming addictive.
And we get some nice items. These are cool. These totems power up nearby enemies.
Stay alert, everyone.
There's no possible future in which I lose.
I guess they had backup.
Their numbers grow.
They don't attack you at all, but they are worth focusing on. Because they do make the fight hard. Yes.
Don't forget me!
Stitch, thank you. I do like when you just end up attacking the empty air. That's a lie. I don't like that at all. I'm sorry I lied to you.
Keep coming.
It's true. No one has ever forgotten Don't Forget.
They keep coming.
There's so many of these. Oh my lord, Mithra, what are you doing? Why did you go for this one? Swap haze. Get some actual healing. Oh my lord. Now we've got to go all the way back up.
Dream team confirmed. We'll make short work of our foe. Take this.
Fortunately, this guy can't hurt us in any way.
Yes.
That sure was a fight. Of all the fights that ever happened, that definitely was one.
I've improved.
And then I also wanted to check the affinity chart for the drivers. Yes!
Must have improved.
Cancelling arts into other arts is so useful. Yeah.
Must have
Improved revives are nice. He can do that as well.
Work hard enough, and our efforts won't be in vain.
Improve his maximum
More
HP.
to add to my repertoire.
Sorry, I'm afraid we can't go easy on you.
They want to fight?
Being able to cancel one art into another art is the thing that speeds up this game. And since the combat system is admittedly a little bit slow, anything that speeds that up is appreciated. Interestingly, Jin's level 3 special is just one of his standard arts when you briefly have access to him
There's a clear structure to this line.
Slow and
in the
steady.
base game.
It's all right. You can't rush these things.
Which does give you an
This is
idea of
becoming
how
nature makes a
powerful
fine ally.
flesh eaters are. That a level 3 special became a standard art. Even the Tirkans
The suspense
have been
is
collecting
killing me.
green barrels.
You're coming with me, treasure. This is becoming addictive.
Bridget, did you just improve your affinity chart by falling?
I will make full use of this skill.
Yes. She received 20,000 damage in total, the last little bit of which she got by falling down a ladder. That is... I couldn't have asked for a better way for that to happen. She does. Gravity was her ally for once. So, down this way is a lot of the penicillin. But not all of it.
Aren't we intrepid? Spoiling for a fight. Happy to
Numbers 12. Careful, Lord.
Good luck. I like the way this is going.
These guys hit so hard.
Don't overdo it.
What? I don't know why Laura took so much damage.
It's my turn.
Okay. A's, please keep us alive. Oh, it's that dude who's causing us so much trouble. No, everybody fight this dude, please. I thought he launched himself off the cliff. I would have been so happy if that happened. There we go.
This is becoming addictive. The suspense is killing me. You're coming with me, treasure. This is becoming addictive.
Nature makes a fine ally.
Ooh. Lots of nice things there. I love being able to look at the actual Titan. I've always really liked that about these. That's actually one of the things I prefer about Xenoblade 1 over Xenoblade 2. Sorry, Xenoblade 2 over Xenoblade 1. There aren't a lot of things. I do think Xenoblade 1 is in most ways the superior game. But the Titans, by virtue of being alive, feel a lot more alive. Whereas in Xenoblade 1,
The suspense is
the structures are still cool, but they're dead things.
Aren't we
Thank you,
intrepid?
Stitch.
Nature makes a fine ally.
I am large and life-giving.
You're coming with me, treasure.
Now there is a fairly tough unique one. Oh. We do just have to be careful. Ooh. Yeah, that green barrel I need super strength for. I can just get the birds. That would help a lot. Okay.
Sorry, I'm afraid we can't go easy on you.
They want to fight? Well, they're welcome to try.
Ah. That's not the robo I want to go with. Fuck.
Not bad.
Don't overdo it.
I'm fine.
Let's switch.
How about this?
You need healing.
Let me magnify that.
Done here.
I have waited patiently.
You know, having a team on my side would really help.
Working out. I'll give you a hand and I'll not concentrate. I won't let us perish.
I'm so sorry. This is all my fault.
Hey, how about this?
You okay there, Ace?
I'll be sure you will not will the wind. We're doing well. You need to magnify that. My work isn't done yet. Full back and catch us up.
Oh my lord. Y'all are not helping by focusing on the other dude.
I am so very sorry.
We need you, Laura.
I'll give you a hint. Get back.
Where did they come from? They are, as far as anyone can tell, manifestations of the will of Klaus and,
We can take
damn it,
them on a
I
bit
can't
later.
remember her name.
It's good to know your limits, though.
I feel like it starts with an M, but not Melia. Galea, thank you. Yeah, I believe they're just manifestations of the will of Klaus and Galea.
Each day.
Hey, if it makes my life easier.
But apart from that, it's never actually explicitly stated where they came from.
Spoiling for a fight. Happy to oblige. I guess they had backup.
But frankly, maybe will is the wrong word to use there. Because certainly Galea's will, ego wasn't that good. But Galea seems to have had great importance for Klaus, who is essentially God. And so that seems to have affected her. Actually, I haven't fully thought about that before. Where they come from. I don't know who we're fighting, but somebody probably.
This is more like it. You need not rest on your laurels just yet. Even the greatest warriors have to watch their step.
How
I
dare you?
blame gravity for that. Aren't we intrepid?
Actually, how dare you?
Spoiling for a fight. Happy to oblige.
See, what I should have done was that. I should have remembered that ladders are the get-out-of-jail-free card.
Aren't we intrepid?
There we go. That's enough penicillin.
Happy to oblige.
I can come back and fight that unique monster when, you know, when I'm 15 levels higher and he's a pushover. Actually, you don't even need to climb. I just realized. Because I'm going to be quick traveling to the camp.
That was a nice change of pace.
Alright, remind me why we're here again?
I say, is that the penicillin in your pocket, or... Oh, it is? Well, color me impressed. You brought it all back and not so much as a scratch on any of you. Sir, I fell for an eternity. The Titans in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 grow from core crystals, which were created by Klaus as his attempt to rebuild the world that he destroyed. That one's got a nice canonical explanation. Exceptional work, anyway. I really wish those militia louts would learn some things from you all. It'd make my life easier. Stitch, you know this. But perhaps I shouldn't be comparing simple foot soldiers with great heroes of your kind. In any case, I thank you for your help. This should keep us going for a while.
Well done, us.
That's fine, Stitch. You don't need to apologize.
Good enough for you?
Frankly, I like explaining the lore.
Aren't we intrepid?
I know much less than a lot of people, but I do enjoy it. What is interesting about the Titans in Xenoblade 1 is that Klaus and Galea both manifest twice in the game, which is weird. Once as... So Klaus manifests as both Zanza and as the Bionis. Galea manifests as both Maynith and the Mechanis. We know that they are in some sense the same, because the Bionis awakes when Zanza awakes. But it's not clear why they manifest twice. I'm not going to say Galea has an evil counterpart so much, but okay. Yeah, blame the Zohar. So, Klaus...
Spoiling for a fight.
Dude, I am explaining things. Klaus does the experiment with the conduit, which splits one universe into two, creating the universe of Xenoblade Chronicles 1, while largely destroying the universe of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Now, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is a universe of pure evil. Xeno 2, being based in our universe, has both ether and physical components. As a result of that, Zanza and Maynith are beings built primarily of ether. Essentially the physical and ethereal components of both Galea and Klaus are split. Klaus becomes the architect. Well, Klaus's body, his physical self, becomes the architect. Galea's, you actually fight her. Oh, what's it called? The boss you fight in the land of Maratha, that mutated thing, all evidence is that is Galea, because it was carrying Galea's ID. So while Klaus withered away, she mutated into something much less pleasant. Yes, I'm a nerd. I ain't gonna stop. Look, there's a bridge. I guess that's Lech Bridge? Monkey. It's certainly beset by monkey. And they look rather monkey to boot. You think? They don't look monkey to me. Well, our analysis doesn't change the facts. The bridge is blocked. We've got to clear it. Don't let your monkey down, everyone.
Spoiling for a fight? Happy to oblige. Not working.
Ready to unleash an elemental attack.
Infernal Guldo. Thank you. Ah, that is a good question, Stitch. In the DLC campaign for Xenoblade Chronicles 1, Future Connected, the final boss, known in that game as the Fog King, appears to be a sort of ethereal version of the Infernal Guldo. That was the first and strongest hint provided that that the universes of Xenoblade 1 and Xenoblade 2 were merging, which, this is not a spoiler, this was in trailers, which is something that is true in Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So the reason the Infernal Guldo shows up in the DLC campaign is because those universes are merging.
For the glory of Mordain.
So, Adam, think you understand how to fight alongside me now?
Phew, we managed it, just about. Alright, they were a little tougher than I expected. Did think that you were underestimating them. At any rate, the restoration of the bridge can begin now. That's right. Thank you for your hard work, everyone. Stitch, I'm not going to stop. I know you know, but A, I like explaining it. B, maybe there's someone in chat who doesn't know. Laura, when we get back to camp, what did you say to a little more training? Sure, but we only just finished fighting. That's exactly why I asked. If we don't temper Mithra's skills a tad, I'm somewhat apprehensive of the battles to come. Hey, wait a second. Just what is that supposed to mean? I've noticed you getting a little, well, careless, to be frank. You need to be more mindful, or we'll never beat Mel. Well, then I'm glad to provide them, Josh. Careless? Mindful? Gee, thanks for the personal attack. Slow down there. What's gotten into you? Nothing's gotten into me. It doesn't matter how much we train. I'm not going to magically become more mindful. The end. Let's go home. Why is she so angry? Because she's tsundere and you're not responding, Senpai.
I'm just happy we made someone happy.
By the way, behind that level 35 guy is the key that guy dropped. So I don't know how he even got there. I believe if we get close enough, it triggers the quest. Now this is what I call a real predicament. Oh no, oh no. That guy's idle animation reminds me of the dancing dog. You'll know the one I mean. Looks pretty vicious. Did the boy really enter its den? I'm impressed he left alive at all. Bez was born under a lucky star. The manor is full of anecdotes about things like this. He's a forthright man. He wouldn't lie about this. If he says he went in, I have no reason to disbelieve him. You seem awfully calm about this. What will you do if we can't get the key back? We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Anyway, the things that matter the most aren't inside the vault. Oh, really? I know where you're going with that, but I'm sure there are still plenty of things in there that do matter a bit. I'm not letting you lose them. Thank you, Laura. Looks like it's still upset about our friend wandering into its den. We'll have to draw it away somehow. Or defeat it where it stands. Those seem to be the only choices. Well, in that case, we can't fight it at the moment. Say we did want to lure it away. What could we use? Someone could act as a decoy. Stares at Mithra. Why are you looking at me like that? Let's maybe just use food. We could take down some herbs armus, as some should be grazing nearby. Ah, brilliant. They most likely form part of its diet anyway, so it won't look suspicious. You've got a good head on your shoulders. You know we're not mercenaries because of our looks, right? Though I never thought this would be how we'd use that experience. Okay, we're gonna kill some cows for a giant fox wolf thing. I think they're up on that rig.
Sorry, I'm afraid we can't go easy on you.
To continue with just a little bit more of the lore, one outstanding question with a likely answer, but I'm not going to say a canonical answer yet, is why the universes of Xeno 1 and 2 eventually started merging. The most likely thing is that because the conduit left the universe. Why it did that, nobody knows. But because of that, the power that initially separated the universe was gone. And once that power was gone, it seems like there was just nothing to keep them separated. It also does lean into the very slight possibility, unlikely but possible, that the Land of Challenge from Xeno 2, where the Nopon Archsage challenges you to various battles, that might be real, that the meeting between Shulk and Rex there is real. Big thing that suggests that is... damn it, I can't stop being a nerd about this game. I'm fine with it. In Future Connected, the DLC for Xeno 1, Rex no longer has the Monado. He gives up the Monado so that he doesn't become a god, so that they live in a world without gods. Fine. But he has a replica Monado, which is cool. It looks weirdly similar to Pyra's Aegis sword. And when he upgrades it, it becomes the Monado Replica EX, shortened to Monado Rex. Again, that is not proof of anything, but it's curious. But if the Land of Challenge is canonical, then that also confirms that Xeno X takes place within the greater multiverse of those, which has not yet been confirmed. So Xenogears, Xenosaga, and Xeno X are thus far not directly connected. Xenosaga at least has the Zohar, which is the same as the Conduit, which is identical, which links those games. Xenogears and Xeno X are currently the most separate, but if the Land of Challenge is canonical, then X is part of the same multiverse. How? Why? There are questions there. It certainly didn't have the same starting point, because by all evidence, there is no Conduit / Zohar in that universe. At least it was never found. If it was on Earth, it was probably destroyed with the Earth, or if it can't be destroyed, it's just floating in the Earth's debris field. Either way, hasn't been found, hasn't been used. Hi, puppy.
Spoiling for a fight?
I
really put my foot in it, haven't I?
I
We
mean,
can take them on a bit later.
it can't be a strictly
We'll
alternate
avenge ourselves
reality,
next
otherwise
time.
Elma couldn't have come to the land of challenge.
What happened?
I died, Trump. Ooh, one of my favorite cutscenes, though.
Amazing, Laura. Even when I foresee your movements, you counter me instantly.
I couldn't do it without Hazel's power. What about you? I don't see you using Mithra's hidden ability.
And what if we did?
Well, if you did. I just have to bring out my original blade.
Master Adam. Your evening meal is ready for you.
Oh, is it that time already?
The days are so long at this time of year. I just start losing track.
Yeah, summer in Ottawa is like that.
Oh, finished already? That's a shame. I was hoping to join in.
Join in? By yourself?
His Majesty has many pressing matters to attend to. Besides, I'm used to working alone.
A driver and blade are one in body and soul. That's their very nature. You're not at full strength without him.
It's not so simple as all that. I know I've yet to unlock the depths of your power.
Really? I feel like I've been giving it my all.
But you never stop growing. At any rate, Hayes' ability to restrict other blades is indispensable. It's perfect for training. We're lucky.
When she stops me using my foresight, it's certainly difficult.
Oh, but you honor me too much. I'm just happy to help you both in any way I can.
Next to each other like that, you really do look like twins, you two.
Hello, Jonas.
It's rare for the driver's nature to appear so strongly in their blade.
People tell me that from time to time, but is it really true?
Perhaps. But whatever the reason, I am happy if I look even a little like you, my lady.
We're even the same dress size.
Right?
By the way, we want to try taking you on next, Jin.
Well, how about it, Jin?
I'm afraid I don't particularly like fighting.
Yeah, I'm good at it.
And to think we're hearing that from the strongest man in Torna.
But perhaps there's truth in those words. After all, he, or rather, they...
My lord, my lady, we've discovered Malos's target. The
Good
capital.
work.
What? Are you sure?
Yes, no doubt about it.
Yep, Malice is going to attack the capital. Josh, that is a good question. We haven't seen much about the gods of this universe. We do know from Xeno X that some beings called the Precursors created humans.
And here I thought I had seen the last.
But we don't know who they are. It would be interesting if they were eventually confirmed to be
I
Nappa.
never meant our parting would be forever, you know. I've just been to see the Tornan Titan. I bet it'd be real interesting to see it in its true form.
What could he mean by that?
Where did you learn that?
Learn? Inside my core, I have all the data of all blades and titans.
You have all of it? You think to call yourself the Master Blade?
Sure, why not? Sounds good. So, exciting, right? My partner. I hear you gave her to that Tornan prince.
And if I did, You'd erase me? Just like that?
Not at all. I have a much better idea than that. I've decided my next target is Torna.
Why would you tell me so plainly?
So you know what to look forward to as you watch.
Honestly, Josh, I could see them
see.
doing it.
So this comes from the Quester. But he doesn't know what Malos is planning for Torna.
We should probably hurry.
Soon. We'll go once Hugo's back.
Right, Nikki? Richard's great. It's Boy Emperor and Blade with no personality. It's good to see you again, everyone. Hugo, have you finished surveying the battleground? We have. We came upon something of grave importance. A grave. You look a bit pale there, Hugo. Are you alright? I'm just a little tired, that's all. I'm not surprised. The Sea and Resistance fought so desperately, they really took it out of us. The battleground was a terrible sight to behold. They do, Josh. You make a good point. How many more lives must Malos wrest from us? We must do all we can to avenge them. It is truly tragic. We'll put a stop to it. Come on. They repaired Lethbridge while you were away. I think it's time for us to move on. Move on? Have you discovered where Malos will strike next? Indeed, we had our suspicions and now they've been confirmed. His target is Torna, the capital note. Can we trust the veracity of the source? I believe we can. Praetorium's intelligence is likely to be on the mark. Our info is coming from the Quester then? In that case, I believe we have little room for doubt. Capital, huh? That's a long way. It is. Once you're over Lethbridge, we'll have to cross the Dana Desert. What do you want to do, Nick? You can stay here if you want. You can have one of the wardens look after it. I'll go with you. Are you sure? Sooner or later, we'll end up facing Malos. The dangerous road that lies before us. I'm going with you. Mikhail. What should we do? Thinking about it now, there is no guarantee that his staying here would assure his safety. He may in fact be safer in our company, is that not so? Shall we let him come with us then? Talk about twisting a person's arm. Fine, we're all going to the capital. Are you sure this is what you want, Mikhail? Trom. You're a jam. Hugo, I have a proposal for you. Oh, yes? I've been thinking about the sparring match with Laura yesterday. You know the one you didn't see? Yeah, that one. Wouldn't we also make better use of our skills if we passed our weapons the way she does? How about it? Want to give it a go? Perhaps it's worth a try. Laura has access to both Jin and Hayes' weapons while fighting. It's sure to open up her options in battle. I do think it would be wise for us to learn from her, especially given our coming battle with the Aegis. So we're agreed. Mithra, I'd like to try using your sword. Mind if I borrow it? It's all yours. I doubt you're going to do as well as those three, though. Strangely humble of you. That's not what I meant. Actually, forget what I said. We're gonna knock this out of the park. That's more like it. Bridget, Aegean, you may not be so convinced at first, but give it time and we will surely reap the rewards. As you wish, Your Majesty. I would never question your authority here. Thank you. I am blessed to have such faithful attendants. Let's make tracks, people. We'll be with you. Onwards then, to the capital. I didn't hear that sound command. Did trigger fire heck up? Anyway, Hugo's back. All teams now have level 4 specials. Okay, so it wasn't just me. It wasn't audible for some reason.
Welcome to try.
That's so interesting.
We can still top this.
That's so weird. I got the item which I was supposed to get from this fight after a smash,
Teach me a few anecdotes.
and it ended up pulling me out of the fight, even though the monster was still alive. I've never seen
By
it.
tomorrow, please transcribe 100 pages of one of the Torna epics. Write a treatise on an Ardanian philosopher of your choice, and read a volume of history.
Sorry, the dog ate all of my literature.
Okay, now can we get past this dude? Right, let's put down the bed. How did you carry that? Now, let's get the key while it's occupied. Yeah, they frequently do after combat. And I completely skipped it. Because I'm a good streamer.
This is becoming addictive.
What a pleasant stroll.
Right. Where shall we head to next?
I can finish this quest off. Oh, it's the key. No mistaking it. Try not to drop it in any more dangerous places, okay? Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Ah, about that, Bez. I've been thinking it's high time you took some time off. You don't have to take it that far. No, I think it's important, actually. I know that herb you've been picking. Clear bright cress, no? It's a remedy for diseases of the blood. That's... Ah, you did say you were picking the herbs for your grandmother. Clear bright cress, that is hard to say. It's quite rare. I hear that it's used only to treat the gravest of afflictions. Is that why you went to those lengths? You don't need to worry about your duties. Just hurry home and tend to your grandmother. After all, nothing is as valuable as good health and family. Lord Adam, you're too kind. But that's the most valuable thing that's not found in vaults, eh? As long as you're alive, there is hope in all things. What could be more precious than that? As you say, Lord. Then I accept your punishment and thank you. Right, so if you need anything, I can just grab it from the vault, sir. Ah, indeed. Laura, is there anything you need? Yeah, cash. Just straight cash money. What? We've only come this far thanks to you. Speak and your wish will be granted. Kind of putting me on the spot here. How about a recipe for some royally delicious meal that's been handed down in your family? Laura, he's a prince opening his vaults to you. What are you doing? Laura, is that the best use of a wish? No, but I mean, I'm curious, okay? Teehee. Hunger will get the better of anyone. Well, you heard the lady, Vez. Fetch us a recipe. And whatever else you think we might find useful on our journey, I suppose. Yes, Lord. Straight away, Lord. Here you are, Lord. I picked things out as best I could, Lord. And, your kindness earlier. I'll never forget it, Lord. I'll teach my kids to honor it too, Lord. None in my lineage will ever forget the good turn you did us, Prince Adam, sir, Lady Laura, ma'am. We get recipes for wildflower salad, serenity perfume, and koto of self-interest. And the wing booster. And Vez becomes a supporter. So we're slowly building up our community.
You can rest easy now.
Oh, Lord Adam, I'm glad I got the chance to see you. There's something I wanted to tell you about. The truth is, I made a friend from Morardain. We hit it off talking about how amazing you are. I was really happy that even someone from such a big place like Morardain could see you were special. My new friend even promised to tell me all about Morardain one of these days. You gave me the courage to make new connections like this, Lord Adam. Thank you. Well, that's sweet. I want to stop at the camp. We got a few new recipes and I wanted to see if I could make them. Also, we can chat. So Malos aims to strike at Oresco, the very heart of Torna. Adam, this is worrisome. Certainly, I'm anxious to get there, but the capital is a long way off. Distant indeed. We must cross the Lake Bridge and then traverse the Dana Desert. Won't be easy. We'd better rest up and make sure we're fully prepared before we go. Wise counsel. Let us be mindful, for fatal errors can be made in haste.
Don't spoil your appetite before I'm done.
Don't have enough for the wildflower salad, but it is a useful item. Increases item drop collection rate by 50 cents. That's a nice one. I'm a long way from making a golden seeker, unfortunately. Ooh, the wing booster is really nice. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to get those things. Plus 100% base affinity is fantastic.
I think I've done reasonably well.
Not gonna use it yet, but... But it's good to have in a back pocket. Yeah, indeed, Mickey. And now we can cross this bridge that was previously busted. And I'm sure nothing interesting will happen on the far side of the bridge.
We made it. Good stuff.
Doesn't seem so bad.
This is becoming addictive.
Nothing here is too powerful. There wouldn't be, like, none of these would be terrible. But this is where I wanted to get.
Worry about that later. Come
29. I had not realized. Good time to have your tank team fully intact. There we go. Yeah, please keep up the healing, okay? You're good at that. And let's get a nuclear blaster.
Third stage. Excellent.
Not even a little bit. No! No!
Finish a job, my prince.
I thought I told you to stop calling me that.
A blade?
He's Minoff, Questor of Malthus's blade.
Malthus's?
He's one of the Questors of Indo. And Malos tribe.
Yeah! It is interesting, but not surprising. So Minoff is a Dark-type blade, as is Malos. It suggests that there may be something about Malthus himself that brings him to end up with more Dark-type blades. Something about him that results in him awakening more Dark Blades. But yes, now Minoff joins Adam's team. Even though Minoff is not one of Adam's blades, he is a flesh eater and is able to work with Adam directly. Yeah, but the thing is, Juice, you'd expect at least some light-type blades, because there are some.
I will strike down any
Contributing to a blade combo will cause element orbs to start orbiting the enemy. You can then destroy them and inflict other special effects by using a chain attack. Press plus when your party gauge is all 3 bars full to launch an attack sequence where teams take turns hitting the foe and an element orb with specials. When an orb is hit 3 times, it will be destroyed. A special of the opposite element to an orb on the enemy will count for 2 hits. This last part is key. I didn't say common. Stitch, these are rare blades. Minoff is clearly a rare blade. Here, have a free element orb and party gauge really quick. Now you've got all you need to press plus, trigger a chain attack, and watch the sparks fly.
We've made them mad. Next them with their elemental weakness. Okay, me first.
Hey! Wait! Where did my fire orb go? Heck you.
Let's get another one in. Enough. Save the best for last. Super.
Minoff is very cool.
Leave the rear guard to your luck has run out. Super. Elemental burst.
Destroying an orb has a lot of nice effects. It extends the chain attack, raises the damage bonus, fills up the full burst gauge, and recharges used characters. Normally in a chain attack, each team will act once and that's it. If you manage to destroy an element orb, the attack will be extended by an extra round. All of this is the same as the base game. Never stop bullying Stitch, I deserve it. If you succeed in the button challenge that appears when the round is extended, the specials you use will get a level up and be recharged, so be ready for it.
Plenty more where that came from.
When you launch a chain attack, the party gauge will be replaced by the full burst gauge for the duration. With each element orb you destroy, the full burst gauge will fill up a little. If you can fill it completely, a full burst will trigger, dealing massive damage. Additionally, if you defeat an enemy during the chain attack, overkill will begin. Dealing more damage during overkill nets you extra experience, weapon points, and skill points.
Jin, I need you up front.
It's not over. Not by a long shot. Elemental burst.
This is the part I like most. Emperor Hugo.
No more running along. Elemental burst.
Obstinate thing.
Astounding.
Jin is our most powerful attacker.
Magnificent. How about another round of carnage? Mithra, take over. Magnificent.
Don't forget me.
He said it! Stitch, he said the thing.
The insolence.
Magnificent. Finish.
The darkness.
I'm not done yet. For my own running along. If I move fast.
I cannot deny there is cause.
Yeah, trigger fire might be down. That sucks.
Your luck has run out.
No more running along. Follow-up charge. Diver combo.
Because that was perfect timing for that sound.
Something I can be proud of.
Heck, that's frustrating. And I know it isn't turned off. I'm actually just going to refresh Trigger 5 to see if that helps.
An interesting way of fighting.
I'll give those both back to you at the end of stream. From?
You are?
Laura, that's Jin. And she is Hayes.
Pleased to meet you.
Jin? You don't mean from Torna? But 17 years ago, wasn't he? Enough. Don't do a word to anyone. Sounds like a good story is all I'm saying.
You want to hear?
Another time.
God, man, why are you so cool? Okay, so it worked for Stitch.
That was close. Thanks, Minoth. You're very capable, even on your own.
Well, maybe I should thank him. Or not?
Your core looks kind of different.
Ah, well, I'm a flesh eater.
A flesh eater?
A being with human and blade cells. Made possible with Judician technology. That's how I can use my full strength anywhere.
I think Stitch is
without my
teasing you.
driver. But I'm pretty sure I'm a failed experiment, so to speak.
I never knew blades like that existed.
Flesh eaters.
What of Amalthus? Isn't he coming?
Nah. I just heard rumors that you guys had entered Torna. I used my own initiative.
Ah.
It's been 2 years since I saw him last.
Huh?
You should have your points back, Ron. And this is a scene we saw in the base game, but without Minoth being at least shown.
I arrived too late.
Is that right? Was that their child? That soldier? Wasn't that the one from...
Such a cruel world we live in.
They call me Mr.
Zaid, hello!
But I think real hell might be closer to something like this.
Enough. You can't...
How did you enjoy Isaac, Zaid?
I had hoped once that the architect might save us all.
It's true, Zaid is very cute.
Since then, I haven't seen him. I heard he went climbing up the World Tree not long after. And brought divine revelations back with him.
You mean...
The Aegis. Malos.
But what kind of revelation is this? What kind of salvation? Could anyone call this salvation? His hope caused this, or his despair.
Despair?
How about you then? You're from the same stock?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just following this guy since he woke me up, and that's basically it. I have no particular interest in this world or its future.
And Malus himself?
His thoughts, I'm especially uninterested in. We've never even met.
Please, don't mistake her. Despite the attitude, she's a good kid.
The hell is with that tone? Where do you get off acting all parental?
Oh, come on. I woke you up. I make sure you get enough to eat.
What?
Cloud sea crab sticks are tasty, aren't they? You're very welcome. Although I don't think I'd have managed to eat 6 myself.
What? You counted?
I don't know where you put all that.
I'm the Aegis. I need all the fuel I can get. Hey!
You are too easy to sneak up on.
Where are
pinch
my
your
extra
ass?
rations?
You little...
The Aegis, bested by a little kid.
Milton! Get back here!
You know, if the architect really does exist, I'd quite like to meet him. Salvation, huh?
I don't think that's what it actually was, Trom. I think what it was like pinching her love handles or something to suggest that she's chubby. But that would work better if she were actually chubby, which she's definitely not.
Our efforts are paying off.
Minoth, you will discover, is very cool. Oh, not what I want to do. That's what I want. That would be very cool, Stitch. It's not true.
There is still much experience to gain. Grant me the wisdom to lead ever better. Grant me the wisdom to lead ever better.
Oh, I thought you meant Minoth was all elements. I misunderstood you.
There is still much experience to gain.
Yes, it is true that now we have access to every element.
More to add to my repertoire. Excellent. More to add to my repertoire.
It must have improved. It must have improved.
And we continue on the path to the capital.
Your sword-swapping fighting style. It's very interesting, you know.
It's still quite rough, though. I'm a bit lacking in oomph. It'll take me a while to get it down properly.
See, I wasn't actually talking about the power or technique.
Oh? What then?
That connection you have. Human and blade. It's like a bond of sorts. I just found it curious.
An actual bond?
It's like that's how it's supposed to be. I don't know.
It does make sense. Lady Laura is always with Jin. And you almost never find time to practice with me. It's like he's her favorite.
Come on, don't say that. I'm an equal opportunities driver.
Liar!
You're both my partners and very dear to me. There's no favoritism, swear.
Are you really sure about that?
I think Hayes is a bit jealous. I have been with you longer, after all.
You think? All right then. Starting tomorrow, Hayes gets to take the lead. Good?
Wonderful!
You don't mind?
It's all right by me.
Gotta keep everybody happy. Everybody sleep.
Do you remember? The last time we paid a visit to Indal?
What did you think?
You mean about him? Let's see. In a word, he seemed very human, protecting his heart with a mask of lies.
Are you curious what's behind it?
Not really. Most humans are like that, aren't they?
Cutting to the chase, I see. But I hear his achievements in Indol have been quite grand. The refugee protection policies from last year are his work as well.
This
So
refugee
hypocrite
camp
then. Isn't that
ended
what you
up
call the
lasting
type?
500 years.
Quite. I hope that's all he is.
He smiled. Did you notice?
No?
I think he might actually be enjoying this.
What?
The world in this state.
That's interesting.
You felt something was wrong, didn't you? That's why you brought me.
Don't you think they're worth saving?
If you think they are, you know you'll have my aid.
That's
Even if
not
you
an answer.
disagree?
That's not for the likes of me to decide. It's up to you humans.
Oh, you mean that time? I remember. What about it?
What Minoth said bothered me. I think he was talking about Malos, but his words could just as easily have applied to a Malthus.
I suppose.
What if all of this is what a Malthus... No. What all of humanity really wants?
You don't mean it.
Hey. What are we going to do if we defeat Malice anyway?
You know. Like I told Hugo. Go home and work the land. I didn't get to harvest the Grom rice this year.
Well, that might be good enough for you. Some others might not be too pleased with that.
Who is this?
It's the man who
picked him up during a routine core collection.
maybe killed Laura's
He was
mom
one of
and nearly
yours,
killed her.
right?
As we discussed, I engaged him as a broker of cores, but no more. What a waste of a human being.
That much is hard to deny.
What are you driving at?
Waste and refuse can have their own uses, I think. The project we spoke of before, I think it may be time to set it in motion.
You mean a blade eater?
His strength will grow exponentially. It will dwarf even that of a flesh eater.
And you can control him?
Oh, please. Even if we can't, there's no need to worry. After all, this is just a prototype. Sooner or later, the binding will decay and he will die. I hear he's got some connection to this paragon of Torna, you see. He'll prove useful either way. Torna, then? He's on your mind, isn't he? Malos.
Not him, but what comes after.
So yeah, Gort was one of the first experiments into Blade Eaters. So you're trying to take down Malot. We must. He's already sunk the Sea and Titan. We can't just sit back and let him destroy the whole of Orest. Of course we can't. But he's the Aegis, man. You can't just go up and try to fight him all on your own. You can when we've got another Aegis in the party. Worry. Even still. In any case, our primary goal is to defend Torna, not necessarily to bring Malos to a grisly end. Perhaps we can even convince him to end this peaceably. You do that. It'll be a damn sight better than getting yourselves killed for no good reason. Ouch. Minoth here is a blade of a Melfins, just like Mel. I'm sure he knows far better about our chances than we do. You say he's being realistic? I am being real. If it's a Melthus saying the capital is the target, then it has to be true. You still trust him after everything he's done? Whatever he does, it's for his own benefit. You're just pawns in his game. We all are. It does seem better to act upon the information we do have rather than move around aimlessly. Alright, so what will you do now, Minoth? Now, I join your little traveling troupe. How else am I going to keep tabs on you? Huh, I suppose so. If you're going to the capital, I assume you're well equipped for the desert. Well equipped how? Oh, so you were just going to go in there and collapse from desert fever. Fantastic. Desert fever? An endemic disease caused by fungi. There's no harm to blades, but to humans it can be lethal. Why haven't we heard of this? Ah, that. I forgot. Dumbass, are you trying to get us killed before we even find Malos? Ah, let's see to it that that doesn't happen, shall we?
Don't forget me!
Yes, perfect, Trump. And it seems to be working again. We'll need enough medicine for Adam, Hugo, Milton, Mikhail, and me. Okay, we'll have to backtrack a bit, but they should have something back at the resistance camp. If we can collect the ingredients, they should be able to make enough antimycotics for all 5 of us here. What do we need? Tawny carrots and nest extracts, I believe. We can get the tawny carrots around the Tornan grasslands. And to obtain the nest extract, we shall have to defeat Somelian nests. Okay then, let's get going.
I would be no leader if I turned down an opportunity like...
And we turn right back around. Because as much as I adore this game, it can be backtrack-alicious.
Spoiling for a fight? Happy to oblige.
Don't get overwhelmed. Good luck. My senses are hyper.
Hayes was supposed to be up front, so let's get ready. Just missed the timing. This is an enemy who weirdly topples himself. And if you time it right, you can get a launch off of that topple. So it's quite tough with Laura because her launch is a little bit slow to actually come.
Alright, follow my lead.
They'll live to regret this.
becoming addictive.
I think there's another nest somewhere here. We can probably take these guys.
All right, follow my lead. We've got this.
They are a little bit tough.
I'm feeling confident in our victory.
Just say the word.
Okie dokie.
I really do like those. A lot of games I find struggle to make healers feel satisfying to play. That is not true of this one. It is true that haste doesn't do the most damage, which is not very surprising. But I still enjoy playing it. I mean, yeah, that is true. This game has very fun combat, so it's easy for them to make even healers feel safe. Man, I did not like being a healer for the very brief time I played Overwatch. Thank you for the dude, Sab. Yeah, let me hydrate and sit up. Oh my lord, they just keep happening. There's so many of them. Oh, that's why.
How about this, Aegeon? Important question. Who do you think is stronger, me or Bridget?
You put so much stock in external displays of power, do you?
What do you mean? Strength is strength, right? Right?
Who do you think is stronger, me or Bridget? He gives a complete non-answer.
The ether bends as I will it.
Oh, I can't even do this yet. No, that makes complete sense, Nikki. What I really enjoyed in Overwatch, I like being a tank.
Power wells up from within.
Yeah, tank was definitely my preferred class.
This is becoming addictive.
How many nest extracts do I need? I need 5, I have 4. Okay. Easy to get one more.
Well, shall we continue?
By the way, I quick traveled there because quick traveling respawns. That is an unfortunately accurate way to describe it. Smage.
Launch, win!
DPS healer is always a fun combination. I haven't played any Team Fortress 2, but I'm going to go out of my way here and say, is it because Team Fortress 2 is a well-designed game? And in spite of its popularity, Overwatch genuinely wasn't?
Ready.
We're so powerful. I mean, we are, right?
If there were a way to avoid bloodshed, I would take it gladly.
Heck, I didn't get the nest extra.
Uh-oh. I think we've been spotted. No trouble?
Yeah, unfortunately I've heard similar things, Smage.
Just say the word.
Ready.
Man, you gotta love that design. There's no advantage to this chain attack.
Jin, I'm trusting you with this.
Except getting bonus experience, which I don't need.
Don't forget, leave the rear guard to me.
I guess there might be things I don't know yet.
I shall defend my emperor against all assailants.
Yeah, that's honestly, Paladin is like a fun healing archetype. Although I will argue that that in D&D 5e, Cleric went too far. Yeah, Cleric was kind of overpowered.
Think of the
Overpowered is the wrong word. But yeah, Clerics were absurdly powerful in 5e. Man, I want to play D&D. I just haven't had time recently. Although I also really want to play Roll for Shoes, which is a much sillier system, but it appeals to me.
This is becoming addicting.
I mean, yeah, Shadow Mage. That's entirely accurate.
Aren't we intrepid?
Hello, Mungo. Hello there, Mungo. Prince Adam, you and your companion, and your companions by your side. I mean, like, you can still play 5e. It's still perfectly legal to have games with friends. Just don't buy their stuff at the moment because they haven't earned it. In fact, they've unearned it. If I may boldly guess, were you so kind as to come here in order to obtain some desert traversing preparation? Bang on the mark. Here's enough Tony carrots and nest extract for several people's share of revenue. Oh, very good. It never hurts to be well provisioned. No idea how touched I am. This gladdens not only my heart, but those of the Resistance and the people of Aletta. Huh? Looks like you finally found it within your heart to bear the burdens of Torna, Your Majesty. Wonderful. Sorry, Mungo. I'm not sure I follow you. I think this day would finally come. The long years I've spent waiting for Your Majesty to ascend the throne. Adam, you aren't thinking of doing anything like that, are you? No, the thought never even crossed my mind. Where's all this coming from, Mungo? Yes, His Majesty the King has a kind heart, no doubt about it. A little too kind at times to do what he must. I feel that many of his subjects long for decisive and resolute leadership, such as the Prince could offer. Prince Adam, if only I could lay claim to such irresistible charisma. Your Imperial Majesty, what a thing to say. Prince Adam possesses great virtue, but I must humbly assert that Your Majesty has at least an equal portion. Yeah, you're a simp, Aegean. You don't count. I concur absolutely with Aegean, Your Majesty. So are you, Bridget. I really think you're making too much of this charisma of mine. Anyway, I could never usurp a lawful ruler or bloodline. I want to go to the royal capital, but only to protect Torna, not to take it over. Oh yeah, Bridget's allowed to. Because she has a personality beyond that. Aegean is just nothing. Really? Well, that's a terrible shame if you ask me, Your Majesty. I don't know if you're serious or not there, Mungo, but either way, that kind of talk is unwise to say the least. Prince Zetar is notoriously insecure. If he heard something like that, things could get pretty interesting. Interesting? It's alright for some. Ha! Anything's interesting when you can just sit back and watch from the sidelines. Well, I was certainly moved by your declaration of loyalty, Your Majesty. I promise to be a little more discreet about my hopes for you to ascend the throne from me. Then you can stop addressing me as Your Majesty. Well then, my good apothecary, for how much can we acquire your fine desert medicine? Ah yes, the purpose of your visit. Forgive me, I got a little sidetracked there. I'll just take the ingredients and combine them, post-haste. There we are. Desert medicine for 5. Thank you, Mungo. Alright then, now at last we can finally cross the Let Bridge and make for the capital. I'll pray for the safety of your journey, Your Majesty.
Great. Another problem solved.
And now we head towards the desert.
Well, shall we continue?
Nah, Stitch, you're the sus one.
Happy to oblige. Aren't we intrepid?
But before we come to the desert, we come to this lovely little village.
Very good. We can stay here for the day.
Something wrong?
No, but this place is familiar somehow. It feels like it anyway.
Is it possible you've been here before?
I have no memory of it. But still,
Maybe you could just have a little walk around. Something might jog your memory.
yeah, maybe so.
And we enter Hyber Village, where there are a few quests we can actually grab, and a few treasure troves.
The suspense is killing me.
Actually, not sure why these are.
Tired after a day like that.
Why these are listed as like story important quests. But hi, Martha, the monster granny. Certainly rare to meet drivers in their blade. Go ahead, Smage. I came here to investigate monsters. It's quite the life for an old lady. Wouldn't trade it for the world. You seem like reliable young tykes. Maybe I'll tell you about it someday. If you want to know more about this village, though, you'll have to ask someone else. I'm just a visitor here. I want to talk to you about monster stuff. Hi, Benny. Whoa, cool. It's been ages since I saw drivers and blades. This village is so small, it's only got 2 houses and an inn. It used to be way bigger, but people don't really come by anymore. If you're gonna stay at Teo's Inn, come by and play with me, okay? Aww. Cute child.
Aren't we intrepid? The suspense is killing me.
Yeah.
You're coming with me, treasure. The suspense is killing me. You're
Probably don't have enough to open. I do.
Irresistible force.
Slow and steady.
Heck yeah, Mickey. Baby tank.
This is becoming nature makes a fine ally.
Baby Shark Tank. Hi, Buzz. Well met there, travelers. Oh, so the repairs at Let Bridge are finished, are they? We were a sleepy village to begin with, but after the bridge fell, our trickle of visitors dried up completely. So Wizards of the Coast has changed their D&D license. Primary issue I have, that if a company makes over 750k, they start owing a 25% income for anything beyond. Yeah, that's shitty. Oh wait, not 25% of profit, 25% of income. Holy shit, that's absurd. I'm glad the bridge is fixed. Say, if you're planning on crossing the Dana Desert from here, it'd be a good idea to rest up in the inn first. It's tough out there in the desert, even for strong drivers and blades. Hi, Teo. Drivers and blades. If you were to cross the Dana Desert, would you come and stay at my inn first? I don't have much to share with you, but will you let me do what I can? Please, I'm going bankrupt. I need any money from anyone. There's a reason I've been running this inn for the past 70-odd years, you know? I like helping folks. Yeah, that's really concerning, Mage. Please come in.
Hey, you! You wouldn't be Ornelia's former blade, would you?
How would he know
Ornelia? No, I'm...
From the Territorial Defense Corps! It is you!
What?
Oh, I remember him well. Even though I was knee-high to a grasshopper back then. With that sword slung across your back, you were so cool. If you hadn't come when you did, our village would have been... Oh, yes! The house you used to live in is still out there on the outskirts.
House?
Yes, Mage. Play roll for shoes. The entire rule set fits on a business card.
I'll check out the back.
Good.
Yep, that sure is Jin.
My, how terribly desolate. I heard it's been 90 years, but... What is it? Did you remember something?
No, it's nothing.
Really? That's too bad. I would have liked to have learnt about the old you.
I am who I am. I do not change. Laura, you okay? What happened?
You got me right here. My heart's pounding!
But...
That was such an awesome line!
What?
Jin, you didn't even realize, did you? Sometimes you'll say something and I'll just swoon.
But...
I don't think any girl could refuse you.
No, I didn't mean to.
Nuh-uh! You're smooth and you know it.
Laura, what do you...
Good times, smiling faces. It's her, right? Ornelia here.
Yes. Yes, I think it is.
Standing next to you, with such a goofy, blissful smile. It has to be, I'm sure of it.
Are you?
Hey, we should take a photo.
Really?
Of us together. I'm sorry. When did this become a group thing? Me and Jin?
Come now, Laura. We all drink from the same well, don't we? That's a wise saying, I think.
I don't think that's strictly applicable here.
You can't have done this in secret anyway.
I've never done this before. Feels nice.
Your Majesty, if I may say, it's no time for levity.
Ijian, relax. You should be open to new experiences.
He's just camera shy.
Oh, fuck. did we fall in with him?
Okay, ready for the photo? Everyone say, Torna! There.
Wilson really is the best.
How long have you been with Adam?
3 years, maybe? 1 year with Mithra. When my village washed away in a flood, Adam was the one that helped us out.
Right. So it wasn't the war then?
No, it was. Resources were running low, so we stripped the mountain bare. That's what caused the flood. Hey, Laura. You were looking for your mother, right? Did you get separated during the war?
If only that were the case. There are some things you don't know about me.
Things? Oh.
That's vague.
Okay.
Mother used to work as hired help. When I was about 10, she was working as a maid. That was when Jin came into my life.
You were a driver at 10?
That's right. Things immediately turned bloody. I had to get out of there in a hurry. 17 years later, here I am.
Wow! You don't look 27. I would have said 20 at most.
Hey, flattery will get you everywhere.
Well, just like me and Mick, I guess.
Yeah, like plenty of kids out there. That's why I'd like to help, stand by them, just like Jin always stood by me. It's almost more real than real family. Right? Don't you think, Mick? What? No reaction? I'm really trying here, you know.
Ah, it's fine. He's smiling on the inside.
Well now, you can tell.
Sorta.
I see. Well, I'm feeling all inspired now. Just the spirit we'll need if we're going to set this world to rights.
Yeah!
You can join in, you know.
What's that?
You don't need to ostracize yourself for being an Aegis.
That's not what I'm...
I happen to think you've got a lot going for you, you know?
Should we really be bringing the kids along?
Are you worried? Allrest is a dangerous place right now. The war reaches everywhere.
I'm sure we can keep them safe in a normal fight. But if...
Where are you going?
I want to speak with Adam.
At this time of night?
I'll see what he thinks about it. And if his mind is made up, there's still no harm done.
How long have you been there? Hey! What are you doing in my bed?
What are you talking about?
Get out! Interloper! Monster!
Hey, quit it! This is where I sleep. It ain't your bed, lady. Ow! Oh, you're such a pain in everyone's bum. You know that, you simpleton.
Hey, wait a minute. Calm down, both of you. Ow! Come on, take it down. No!
What's all the noise? Is something up?
It's probably better to sit this one out.
Perhaps that's wise.
Yep. She did the same thing 500 years ago.
Morning.
Morning.
You're hurt. Are you okay?
Yes, I imagine I'll live.
Sounded like quite a scene.
Yes, well, I was just collateral damage. Before, you said if you met a child in whom you saw something of yourself, you'd want to help them. I don't have the heart to leave them here.
I
You
know.
did briefly, Smith.
And they've got their own concerns. They want to create a place for themselves in this world.
At their age, it's remarkable.
I think it's on us to see they don't come to harm.
Right. And what a charge it is.
Righto, ready for a quick mosey across the desert? That is, assuming you've all got your medicine. Right here. You won't leave my side. How about you, Milton, Mikhail? We're all good. I've been keeping tabs on him since morning. Then let's embrace the arid beauty of the Danad Desert. We'll be able to see the capital before long. Hope we won't get lost out there. We don't have that luxury. The capital needs to be informed of Malice's intentions as soon as possible. And let us make haste. But instead of actually making haste, I'm going to save and call an end to stream there. Thank you all very much for joining me. I continue to love this game. There's so much good in it. I said it before, I'll say it again. The combat system is absolutely fantastic. Thank you for calling me Pi. I don't remember being that good, but, you know. That means I'm endless, Mage. That's fantastic. Anyway, who should we raid? Also, Nikki, I'm glad you're not a bot. Not that I wouldn't love you if you were a bot, but I'm still glad you're not a bot. Deer is live, Dither is live, Hoshi is live, Pulsar is live. Ooh, actually Greg is live. No. Oh, the time has come. The time has come, chat. Toasted Ringtail? Okay. I don't know them, but let's raid them. Yeah, that's what I was going to do, Stitch. I was going to raid Trom. But then you told me to raid someone else. I'm going to raid Trom. I'm going to raid Trom. They deserve the love. We can raid Toast Ringtail another time. Thank you for the suggestion, Mitch. Anyway, as I said, thank you very much for joining me. I will be live again on Friday, 5:30 Eastern Time, continuing with Xenoblade 2. I continue to love this game, and we will see a lot more of what I love in the coming streams. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, or whatever time zone it is for you. Stay cute, not that you can help it. Say hello to Trom for me, and I will see you all around in a future stream. Have a good one, everybody.